driving through my riding. There's a lot of roads that are not up to a standard that I would consider safe. There's a really specific one that that I know is already on the minister's radar because I talk about it a lot, Route 955. And so I want to ask what can be done this year to address at least part of Route 955, because I've heard from constituents who have wrecked their car so bad that it's been written off. I know that there are people who've had to choose between wrecking their car with major potholes or crossing the yellow line and hitting oncoming traffic. I know people who've had to go off the road because someone else had crossed the yellow line to avoid a dangerous pothole. I'm terrified that someone's going to die if something is not done in the short term for at least parts of this. And so I've been asking for Route 955 to get some significant work for a long time. At least something needs to be done about the most dangerous pieces this year. So can the minister speak to what can be done in this year? Thank you.
As it pertains to Route 955, it's not like you haven't talked to me about it before. I think we've had many discussions. And at the recent Union of Municipalities meeting, I actually met, I think it was either municipal councillor or the mayor of the area, and they invited me to go for a ride, and they said that they would even use their own car so they wouldn't put mine at risk. I really, again, like, it is pothole season. It's inevitable. I actually watched a video in the department a little while back on the birth of a pothole and how it actually happens. So the water seeps in under the tar, and it freezes and expands, and it lifts up the tar. And then in the day when it warms up, it melts, leaving that void, and then a car drives over it, breaks the tar, and so on and so forth, and it just continues until we have this massive crater that you could probably drive a semi-trailer into if we don't do something with it. Right now, what I can tell you is we just heard from staff that they are monitoring that road on a daily basis and using coal patch as needed to try and keep those holes down to a minimum. There are some problematic areas, and they're giving them a little bit of extra attention. That road actually is on the capital plan for next year for 8.1 kilometers. I understand from your mayor that there are other areas of concern, and there is district money that we might be able to allocate to try and address some of those concerns. So I actually I'm planning to take your mayor up on her offer. It's your mayor. I met with her acting mayor. Anyway, she was very pleasant, and I said I would take her up on her offer, and I would go for a ride down to see for myself, because sometimes, you know, it's things are lost in the translation when you describe to me the condition of the road, and when she described the condition of the road. Sometimes things get lost in the translation of that, and so I would like to get down and actually visit that area for myself and see exactly what the issues are, and then probably talk with staff on how we can address them in the short, medium, and long term. And again, those are discussions that I'd be more than happy to have with you offline.
Thank you to the minister. I know I've invited you down to my neck of the woods as well, so I'm happy to go along on that field trip.